On the edition of the Motivational Platform that comes away on Homeland TV, CKA, the pride of the African continent. With me, Tony Michael Howard, your Pan-Africanism and social justice practitioner, tasked with the responsibility of inspiring and motivating the current generation of young Africans in the actualization of their respective dreams, preaching the message of peace and national unity, as well as revitalizing the Africanization policy that speaks about good governance, social justice, democracy, human rights, and most importantly, the African unity. Not to bulk you with time today, I just want to speak with you quickly and shortly on the categories of humans on the face of the planet. There are three categories of humans on the face of the planet. You have the Epicureans, the skeptics, and the Stoics. Epicureans are people who believe in making merry, enjoyment and partings, and then they work and earn their money and spend it on making themselves happy, just having fun and celebrating life to the fullest. There are people like that. And the second category of people on the face of the planet, like I said, are skeptics. These are people who are doubtful. They don't believe in your progress. They don't even understand your vision. Perhaps they understand your vision, but they don't value it. It doesn't make sense to them. They distract you from your vision. They see you starting a project and they tell you, are you sure you're going to make it? Are you sure you are going to succeed in what you are trying to do? These people will do everything humanly possible to make sure that they distract you from the vision. But remember, that always says that the easiest way to avoid the distraction in the market is to know what you went to the market to buy. So on the ladder to success, you are going to see lots of people who are going to be very, 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 very oblivion of your dream. They are not going to understand it. It doesn't make sense to them. They are very pessimistic. They lack hope and conviction in you. But you have to be steadfast and believe in yourself and understand your vision, because these skeptics are not going to believe in you. They're not going to value you. They're not going to respect what you stand for. And the third categories of people are what you call the Stoics, S-T-O-I-C-S. These are professional thinkers of wisdom, progressive mindset kind of individuals, people who innovate, who create. When you sit around them, they think about vision. They sit and project the future. They look at an environment of a society that has a lot of challenges. In the midst of all of these challenges, they still create ideas that can be of positive dividends in the end, ideas that can be transformed into making money, into doing something positive that add value to their lives, and not only their lives, but a society as well. So these are people on a daily basis that you should do your level best to sit around with Stoics, thinkers, innovators, people who invent ideas and can be able to craft their ideas into positive trickle-down effect in their lives. These are people to learn from, and not the skeptics. And don't be an Epicurean that you just spend, you just earn, and you spend injudiciously. I am talking to you, and I'm also talking to myself as well, because one of the reasons for which we are not progressing as a people and as a continent, because we do not plan. Most importantly, the three categories of people still find themselves in the three levels as well. Do you know that 87% of the world's population do not plan anything at all? Like I says, 87% of the world population do not plan anything at all. So you still have any percent left? You know that. So after the remaining percent, you have 10% of the world population that plan but do not write down their plans. So they are likely to forget. If you plan just off here without writing it down, you're likely to forget that. So they can sit, they go to bed and wake up in the morning hours and say, look, I'm going to go to school after school today. I visit my friend, come back home and study after studying. And then you just plan off here without writing it down. So you are likely to forget some of the lines or some of the key items you ought to have done in that very day. So you only have 3% of the entire world population that plan and write down the plans. So professional thinkers of wisdom like the Stoics that I mentioned are saying that only 3% of the world population that is likely to be successful in all that they do. Because we are not speaking religions here, no disrespect to religion. We're talking about practical evidence in our daily lives. If you do not plan anything, you are almost destined to fail. And if you plan but do not write down your plans, you are like an average person. You might succeed, but you're not going to be at the same ladder with those who plan and write down the plans. And the 3% of the world population that plan and write down the plans, for example, from if you have to achieve from 1 to 10 tomorrow on your list, you have 10 items. If they breaks and you start to execute those plans and you are successful from plan 1 to plan 8, but you weren't successful in the execution of 9 and 10, what do? You consider 9 and 10 as plan 1 and 2 for the subsequent day, for the next day. So you're most likely to be successful in your plans because you write them down. That is why we have what? The upper class, which covers the 3% of the world population, and then the lower class, that's the 10% people who plan without writing down the plans. And you have the lowest class. These are the 87% who do not plan anything at all. The question is, where do you belong? And I am admonishing you to be able to plan and write down your plans so that you find yourself in the 3% of the world population that are most likely to be successful in whatever they strive to achieve. We are not talking about being religious. No, we're saying common practice that make meanings in our lives as a people. Thank you very much. If you like, follow us on Homeland TV, CKA, the pride of the African continent with me, Tony Mikel Howard. Salute.